Ahead, no break for McDonald's and nailing it on the runway later in the show. Welcome to 3 Times Square this Wednesday from Reuters World Headquarters in New York. McDonald's knew its business was slowing, but not this much. The hamburger chain posting flat global comparable store sales in July when a gain had been expected. It wasn't just Europe that suffered, sales in the U.S. down slightly as well. McDonald's attributing the weakness in the U.S. to the sluggish economy and the tough comparisons with July last year when it launched its mango pineapple smoothie. Shares down a few bucks in early trading. Turns out Mickey and Thor make excellent bedfellows. Earnings at the Walt Disney Company rose 31% in the second quarter, exceeding expectations thanks largely to the blockbuster film The Avengers. Thor and his crime-fighting friends muscled the movie unit to $313 million in income, up from $49 million a year earlier. Sports juggernaut ESPN powered the Dow Components cable TV unit, up 1% to $1.86 billion, and the Magic Kingdom is still exactly that, as theme park earnings rose 21%. Several analysts raising their price targets on the stock this morning. A strong spring season boosting Macy's. The owner of the Macy's and Bloomingdale's chains posting a profit that topped expectations and raising its guidance. The soft economy and lower spending by international tourists not enough to derail it. While Ralph Lauren also reported higher results, but expects sales to fall because of reduced distribution of its American Living brand. Checking the shares right now, Macy's up about 2.5% and Ralph Lauren down nearly 7%. Our power player of the day, not mincing his words. It's Standard Chartered Group Finance Director Richard Meddings. A source telling Reuters he's the executive behind the now infamous quote, "You effing Americans," in response to a U.S.-based employee's concerns about the impact of the bank's dealings with Iran on its reputation. New York regulator Benjamin Lawsky threatening to tear up the bank's license here over that relationship, but now Lawsky has angered other regulators in the U.S. and in the U.K. by going it alone. So that quote might now read, "You effing New Yorker." Don't look for stimulus from the Bank of England. Our Axel Threlfel joins us from London with that story. Axel?
Yeah, pretty bleak assessment from the Bank of England's latest growth report, Lisa. We're going to get next to no growth this year with the Eurozone effect bigger than previously thought. At the same time, the bank gave very little indication, as you said, that it's going to rush to more QE. So little, if any, sign that the bank thinks the Olympics will give us much of a boost. A little bit of a surprise there, I've got to say, all around. Lots of Olympic metaphors at the press conference, lots of metaphors, actually. Rough waters, storm clouds rolling in, that sort of thing, all very melodramatic. I've got to say, compared to the normally quite dull press conferences at the bank, today's was pretty feisty, especially from the media side. A lot of quite cynical reporters surprised that the bank's governor seemed surprised that the global banking system isn't in better shape, Lisa.
And Axel, rumor has it that you've got a bond story for us, but not the kind of bonds that we usually talk about.
Yeah. No, this is a different one. Sky Movies 007 is a new channel that's going to launch in October from B Sky B. 24-hour James Bond channel, if you're into that sort of thing. All of the James Bond films on loop during October to mark the 50th anniversary of the franchise. 22 films, all in high def, starting with Dr. No, made in 1962. Remember that Sky bought the rights to the franchise from MGM back in April. We can't possibly have the Americans owning that, can we? So, yeah, that's starting in October. Looking forward to that.
Pretty cool. You can debate who is your favorite Bond. All right, Axel, thanks from London. And finally, let your fingers do the walking and the preening and the swanning. It's Brazil's Nails Fashion Week as nimble fingers take to the catwalk to showcase the latest in snazzy varnish. The event's organizer says Brazil is the nail polish is the biggest polish consumer by volume, second only to the U.S. in profits. One nail blogger, yes, nail blogger, on site said polish is even more popular than clothes. The event offered attendees free manicures with no reports of backstage finger fighting. That's the latest from 3 Times Square this Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider and check out our Reuters YouTube channel at Reuters.com/ReutersTV. I'm Lisa Bernhard. This is Reuters.